one too. With Sundown Town, I was listening to Scott Snyder, who does a school and teaching comic book stuff, and
Yeah.
and he said that he decided to jump into horror just to test out his writing to see, like he said, I don't want to be just known as the superhero writer. I want to be known as a writer. Like I could write whatever you need. And so he was like, I dare you guys to challenge yourselves to write a horror story. And so I came up with the concept of, because I've always said, like, in a world of zombies, what about like the other creatures of the night that also feast on humans? They're fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
They're fucked. They're like, well, shit. What about us?
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So to me, I was like, what if I created a world where like these vicious creatures and monsters were like, bruh, we are in trouble, you know? And so they kind of start like treating humans like cattle. Like, we have to protect the cattle, we have to protect them. But this time the cattle could actually talk back. And
Yeah.
things like that. So Sundown Town came from that concept. I don't know if you guys know what an actual Sundown Town is.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Texas.
Oh, you live in Texas. I don't know why I keep kidding. You're probably in a
I live in Oklahoma now, which is actually worse. I am very lucky to live in Tulsa, which feels like a city that wouldn't belong here with the amount of progress it's made and trying to bring awareness to what happened at the massacre of Black Wall Street, right? It's very different than the rest of the state. But there are parts of this state that it's kind of known, if you talk to people in OKC and Tulsa, that to this day, we're like, that is not a safe place if you're a person of color. That is not a safe place if you're LGBTQ plus. I mean, I went to the river with some friends a while back, and I got accosted, had rocks thrown at me, I and everything, just for wearing a rainbow pride bandana around my neck. Jesus. Right? That is. Jesus. Yeah, that is Oklahoma. So that is where I am at, my friend. I Sundown Town's right down the street.
Yes, but for the listeners who probably don't know, a Sundown Town was a town in that were in like the early 1900s, where basically it was illegal to be outside after 6 p.m. if you were black. So that's why it's called Sundown Town. When the sun went down, if you were still outside and you were black, you could get arrested. And that was one of the main reasons for the creation of the Green Book, the movie that won the Oscar. The Green Book was created for black people where they could travel comfortably. And this was kind of me kind of flipping the term, because Sundown Town is also like when the sun is down, that's the only time when vampires could come out. And the vampires and the creatures of the night that are inhabiting this area are of black descent, because true, they're monsters, but at one point they were all humans. So I don't think the racism would go out the door simply because now they're the same thing. I think that it will be amplified. Like, I could see there being like a society of all white clans vampires that are like, we don't fuck with black vampires at all. Like, we don't fuck with those, their kind, and stuff like that. So all of those type of things that, I always wanted to talk about, racism and class wars, but I wanted to do it in a way where comic books and like fantasy combine. So I'm doing that a lot with Sundown Town, where it just shows that sometimes the representation goes even beyond humanity. And like I've always said, like, I feel like, I love the Fenris twins from the X-Men, because I'm like, dude, there should be racist mutants. Like, I feel like there will be racist mutants. Like, even mutants are like, yeah, we don't fuck with them. Where's the Hotep mutant? Me and my black friends were like, dude, this should be like, where's the who's the Muslim Hotep poofy wearing that hates the white mutants? Like, I said it would be Bishop. And it was like, no, we were all it's like,
settle down.